Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. Back to the Barjack pads, and we've reviewed the microfiber cut and finish pad, the wool pad, the cutting foam pad. It's time for an important one here. This would be something you would delegate to one steps and enhancements, which are very important, which will be very popular with the soft, thin clear coats that are being released on these newer vehicles. You don't want to go too much further and too much more aggressive than a one-step or an enhancement pad on those finishes unless they really get beat up at maybe a tunnel car wash. So this foam pad here is going to be the next to be reviewed today. Let's take a look at it. The order of the Barjack pads are such. The wool cutting pad, which I really enjoy. I enjoy these as well. There's a little bit of a trade-off if you're going to replace your Eurofiber microfiber 50/50 pads. This one here, I can do without. This is the foam cutting pad. And I do have these out of order. This would be the next one, the yellow pad, which is your medium cut, which is more popularly used for enhancements in one steps. So it would be a versatile pad used very often in detail shops and for enthusiasts. And then your finishing and jeweling pad, which we'll get to last. So let's concentrate on the yellow medium pad from Barjack. The Barjack yellow foam pad, foam polishing pad, versatile, medium cut, ideal for refining paint finishes, removing light imperfections, and designed with a balanced foam density. It is a medium foam density, which will give you that balanced cut, gloss enhancement, paint shine, leaving brilliant mirror-like finish. This is an open cell design. Open cell designs do run cooler than your closed cells, but with the closed cell, which keeps your product to the surface, open cell, the product likes to wick into the pad, which may be a little bit more wasteful, but that trade-off of the pad running cooler on the surface, to me, is a no-brainer. Let's see how it performs. With the shop manager excited and jumping at the bit to get this video going, we're going to use this old Subaru hood, which has been freshly corrected as the canvas. And it's not going to be freshly corrected for long. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off an area and we're going to hit it with some wet sanding, and then we'll use the one-step pad to see if we can, just in one step, 2 passes hopefully, left or right and then up and down, we're going to blend that in and make the hood look just as good as it does now. A vibrant, brilliant, metallic silver with all types of different metal flakes in there. I mean, hey, this thing has over 200,000 miles. It's over 20 years old. So this is how this hood looks is, well, it should be pretty impressive to many. So we are going to scuff it up a bit, but we are going to bring it right back to life again with the Barjack yellow one-step medium cut pads. What I love about these old high mileage auction cars is they make for excellent test panels that we can test correction fluids and coatings and sealants and take them out into whatever Mother Nature has to offer and see how things perform. So this hood was previously corrected in another video. It's pretty rough. We didn't get it perfect, but we got it to, oh boy. We got it to a point where it looks respectable again. And for a car of this year and mileage and what it would be used for, that's good enough. Not a show car, not a garage queen. Something to get you from A to B safely. All right, that's enough of the scuffing. Now we can remove that tape again. Clean off the surface. Before using these pads, you would want to fully wash and decon the surface, get it nice and clean and bare and smooth. Well, it was nicely corrected. Now we have a section that will represent oxidized, beat up, marred, scarred paint that you would expect on a vehicle that has over 200,000 miles and is 20 years old. We are going to take the Barjack pad, attach it to a dual action polisher, team that up with 3D1, and get that section back to looking fantastic. All in one step. One step pad, enhancement pad, medium cut pad. All right, you have a nice bird's eye view. We have the pad attached to dual action polisher. This is DIY polisher, 25 mil throw. And we have our 3D1. Let's get that rich formula shaken and stirred. Three marble-sized drops. Spread out the polish. Let's see what we can do with this thing. All right, between the third and the fourth speed setting, just going to guide the polisher back and forth. A little bit of pressure with my thumb. Correction speed. That's the first pass from left to right. Now we're going to go second pass, out and back in. if I'm doing a one-step or an enhancement, this is the speed I would be working. This gives the polisher, the pad, and the correction fluid a chance to do its job. And then I move on. And you're still around the vehicle in a timely manner, quick and efficient, with, hopefully, incredible results. Now at that point, you would want to clean off your pad, either with forced air, not recommended for a foam pad. Your bucket pad washer from Lake Country or DIY, whatever you use, I would do that between every pass before loading up the more product onto the pad. At the very least, do it before you move on from panel to panel. Let's wipe off the residue. A cooler running pad, it feels the same here as it does here. And as a one-step pad, in one step, this enhanced and brought this hood right back to life, right back to where it was. Again, crisp reflection. Let me bring you down off your perch all the way up there. And see the results. Back to looking incredible once again for the shape that it's in anyway. So having played around with it a bit, this pad does well teamed up with a cleaner polish or a finishing polish to do an enhancement, and team it up with 3D1 for a great one-step, and then with 3D Speed for an all-in-one trip around your vehicle. If you want to know the difference between, an all-in-one, a one-step, and an enhancement, I do have videos on those. You can revert back to them, and they will explain everything for you. If not, ask me down in the comments section. So to kind of recap what we've done so far, and the dirty pads here are what we've tried, and then the clean one up there is what is left. 2 thumbs up for the wool cutting pad. Absolutely love it. I really, really enjoy the 50/50 pad here. Recommend. I could do without this one here. Does okay. This one does a great job as an enhancement pad, a one-step pad, and between this one and this one would probably be the most used out of the line. Now we're going to take a look at this last pad in a future video, so stay tuned. This would be a finishing and a jeweling pad. This would be your gloss pad. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know down in the comments section what you think of the performance of the pad. I can tell you the laminations on all of these pads, meaning the adhesive or the glue that holds all of the layers together, is holding up well under heavy use and heat, temperature spikes. And that's huge because a lot of pads that I enjoy have a little bit of a problem. That's their weakness. And this, so far, has not been a weakness. And the adhesive breaks down because of 2 things: heat and moisture. If your pad gets wet, if you are oversaturating your pad during the cleaning process with a pad washer, or if you're running your pads really hot during correction, really a lot of high-speed pressure without hardly any breaks in between, that is going to break down your pads very quickly. These are holding up to that, which is first and foremost, besides the performance of the pad, that is a very high number 2 quality that I look for. So the yellow pad here, as an enhancement pad or a one-step pad, it does its job. You team it up with a cleaner polish for an enhancement, a one-step, and then an all-in-one to get around the vehicle. That'll take care of a good 75% of the work at your shop or at home if you're an enthusiast. And then in a future video, we'll take a look at the last pad that we have left. That's what they have so far, and we'll see how that one performs as a gloss pad. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Recondition. Listen, if these videos are educational or entertaining in any way, maybe consider subscribing, hitting the like button, leaving a comment, hit the notification bell, share it to forums and groups, help the channel grow. If the channel grows, so can the content. Hey guys, I'll catch you in the next video.